Hey guys, thanks for checking out that previous video about how endurance athletes should train and why you should choose heavyweight over lightweights. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the specific drills that you can put into your practice today that will help you become a stronger athlete. And as you begin to start to practice these movements and really dive into the nuts and bolts of a strength training plan, you're going to find that you're going to have stronger muscles, which will then strengthen your ligaments, your tendons, and your bones, which is going to help you increase the amount of injury-free running that you're able to do every single plan. And you're going to create more ground force reaction because you're going to have more power from muscles. As you really lift heavy weights and start to gain all of the advantages of being strong, you'll be able to produce more muscle activation and drive through the ground, which will produce more force and make you faster. Plus, every step you take will be more stable. And the stability aspect is going to help you become a more efficient runner who uses less energy with every single step. So I've found that in my time as a trainer and one-on-one in a group setting, that the number one thing that people struggle with is called the hip hinge. So the hip hinge is a really simple movement that translates across every single strength movement, just about, from squat, deadlift, lunge, even something as an upper body movement like the overhead press or the bench press will really help. The hip hinge will help you really put the proper form in place. So before you get started with any strength plan, it's really important that you dial in this hip hinge. And I asked my good friend and collegiate strength coach, Sean Boyle, to walk me through the hip hinge piece so you can take a look at really what it looks like and how you can put that into your practice. So check out the next video here, this next clip, and it's about 2 minutes long. It'll show you exactly what you can do, and you can do this same exact drill today.
All right, guys, we're going to start patterning the squat with Rich. He's going to go ahead and pick the kettlebell up, flat side to the chest. We're going to look at it right at mid-chest, right on that sternum. You're going to press nice and tight. You're going to slam those elbows down to the ribs. Next thing, we're going to get into that canister position again. Keep in mind, canister position is the trend. Slam those shoulders down, slam that rib, nice and tight. Now butt goes, tuck it. Now we're going to translate the hips straight to the back. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. As soon as you think you can't go any farther, start to squat. On this position again, big deep breath. Now straight through the sky. Perfect. We're going to do 2 more reps of this. So always emphasize the positioning of it. Ribs down, tuck the butt, big deep breath, push straight back, go to that squat, own it, big deep breath, slam straight through the roof. Beautiful. One more. Elbows, ribs, butt, translate through the wall, and go down to that squat, big deep breath, straight to the floor. Good.
So I hope all of that made sense and hope that's helpful for you, because once you really dial in that hip hinge, you'll be able to gain more pelvic control. You'll be able to activate more muscle in your quads, glutes, and core. And it will also really help with your running stride as you are able to really engage your upper body and lower body, and you're not giving up any energy when it comes to each and every stride. So the hip hinge is super important. I suggest you get those things started today. And the sooner you get started, the more likely you can become adapted to these movements. And that's what's really gonna help reduce that soreness. Every time you start something new, you're gonna be sore. But when you start often, you'll be able to adapt quicker and then be able to do more work and be less sore. So the sooner you start, the more frequency you can put into place for your strength training program and for this hip hinge drill in general, the better. And this drill in particular will only take 5 or 10 minutes. And a specific day, when we talk about adding frequency, that's all you really need is 10, 15 minutes of time just to add in a little bit more volume, just to keep that signal to your brain going to your body that they do need to rebuild muscle. And there should be an adaptation phase in place there. And this will really help. If you're worried about form, this is the best place to start. This drill alone will help you be more confident in the gym so that you will know how to lift heavy weights. And once you start dialing this, and you'll look around the gym, you'll see a lot of people not doing this. And that's how people do injure themselves. That's how people get those lower back injuries. That's how people end up with upper back injuries and a lot of dysfunctional core movements. So start this drill and you'll be really in a good place when you want to start this strength training program. So I really appreciate you taking a look at this video. I hope it helps. It really will. I promise it will make a world of difference in your strength training and in your running form. So in the next video I'm going to send you, it's going to be exactly how to administer a strength training program and kind of the pieces that you need and really how to build on that and how much time it's going to take and how much equipment you'll need and really what that's going to look like from your perspective. So I would love if you drop a comment below asking questions about the hip hinge and potentially some of the setbacks or struggles that you've had with strength training, so I can make sure that I do know how to help you best. So appreciate you watching the video, and I'll talk to you soon.